Hello, everybody, and thank you so much for joining us at the Dark Reading News Desk from Black Hat USA 2025. We are here and happy to welcome Ben Gelman, Senior Data Scientist with Sophos. He's here to tell us about his new research, Anomaly Detection Betrayed Us. So we gave it a new job, enhancing command line classification with benign anomalous data. All right. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Tell me how I've been betrayed. Explain this to me. How
Sure.
have we been betrayed?
Absolutely. So anomaly detection, in the way we've always used it in cybersecurity, was about finding malicious events, right?
Yeah.
So what is anomaly detection? By definition, it's about finding weird things in your data.
Okay.
And it's always had these amazing promises of weird things are obviously malicious things.
But
That's not always the case.
Okay.
And realistically, I think many people will understand that if you've tried to implement anomaly detection in your cybersecurity things, you'll find that it wasn't finding all the malicious stuff you wanted, really high false positive rates, alert fatigue, and things like that. So we are looking at a new way to use anomaly detection in machine learning for cybersecurity.
Okay. So you're sort of supercharging anomaly detection with the ML machine learning model.
In a sense.
Okay.
So because anomaly detection is unreliable, it doesn't always find malicious things or always find benign things. We think it's not safe to just put it straight into your alert feed, right? So if you have raw telemetry coming in and you send it to anomaly detection and you generate alerts, you're going to be overwhelmed. You won't have enough analysts to deal with all those notifications.
Okay.
So we're taking a new approach where we use anomaly detection to find weird data and pass that to a large language model.
Okay.
And we found that large language models are actually amazing at finding things that are benign. So when we sent it a benign anomaly, the LLM almost always perfectly said, this is benign. So we take those benign anomalies that are perfectly labeled and use that as training data for machine learning models. It sounds like a convoluted approach, but the machine learning models that get trained have way lower false positive rates than anomaly detection. So it protects your cybersecurity infrastructure from getting overwhelmed with alerts. So the machine learning model takes care of all the alerting, and the anomaly detection is now just supporting those machine learning models.
Interesting.
Yes.
So tell me about how this language model is being trained, because that seems to be the name of the game. And so what is the data that I know some of it may not be public, but what is some of the data that you are looking for to make sure these models are trained appropriately?
Sure. So in our particular research that we presented here at Black Hat today, we were looking at command line classification. So people type commands into their terminals and they can do good things, they can do bad things. And we have a command line classification model at Sophos, and we were working on ways to make it better. So we thought that the best way to do that was to find more malicious commands. But as we experimented with this anomaly detection, we found that what we needed was more diverse benign commands. And that's what the anomaly detection helped us do. So it was able to find those weird, really diverse, benign data points. And the large language model, we actually didn't even have to train. We just used an out-of-the-box, small reasoning large language model. And because these models have advanced so far, they're not able to directly say if things are malicious, but they are able to say if things are benign.
So what's left over is by definition malicious.
Well, we just ignore the things it thinks it's malicious, and we take the benign. Because to train a good...
Explain that to me. I don't think okay.
Yeah, sure, no problem. So to train a good machine learning classifier, you need good benign data, and you need good malicious data.
Okay.
So it needs to know what looks okay and what looks not okay. And honestly, with a developed cybersecurity company, you have a lot of ways to get malicious data. We have things coming in from customer telemetry. We have sandbox environments where we're intentionally blowing up malware and seeing what happens. We have expert analysts who label things. And we have just natural case investigations from like our MDR team.
Right.
But benign data, people actually don't think about it so much. There's some really simple ways to get benign data, like take a machine that hasn't had any malicious activity for a month, or things like that, right? but that actually ends up biasing the benign data. A lot of those commands that come from these super safe machines are biased towards really simple and short commands. And what anomaly detection helps us do here is find those complex benign commands. And that teaches the model to better identify what's really good, even if it's good and complex.
Interesting. Okay,
Yes.
now I'm getting it better. Thank
Yep.
you for that explainer. Now, is this model being used in any environments right now? Have you just been testing? Has it gone beyond the test phase?
Yeah, so we have machine learning, we have command line classifiers deployed at Sophos. And we do that in the cloud. We're looking at putting it into the endpoint. We also have hands-on keyboard detectors, which is more of like a live action command line detector. And we're actually planning to use this method for other models. So although we did the research on command line classification, that's not necessary. The parts of this method is more of an ideology, where we just want to find a way to get automated, better benign data. We don't have to bother analysts to label it for us. We just have this anomaly detection find it, the LLMs label it, and then we put it in the new training data.
So where can this expand? I mean, maybe there isn't a limit to how far this new way of thinking can go, right? I mean,
Yeah,
where is this going?
absolutely. So a lot of the AI hype, if people are familiar with it, has been all about these large language models.
Right.
They're dominating the research field and the discourse, but small AI models are the backbone of cybersecurity infrastructure. Your antiviruses that run on your computers, when you're running on billions of data points in the cloud, you need small cybersecurity models for that, and they're just not going away. But research in that field has kind of stagnated. And what we're doing here is we're finding a way for LLMs to bridge the gap and help make small models better. And this anomaly detection has existed, small models have existed, but LLMs are what have enabled this automated benign labeling that was just not possible before.
Do you foresee it being a tough sell to get, the community writ large to sort of adopt this new way of thinking, or do you think the evidence will speak for itself?
No, I don't think it'll be too hard. I think most cybersecurity companies are running small AI models for some of their really critical tasks. And this method works for every small cybersecurity model that you might have. So we're now planning to do this for our HTML model, our URL model, portable executables, etc., email models. It's possible in all of these domains. So this is a really expansive ideology. Like, you can apply this benign diversity to any small model.
Interesting. So tell us where our audience can find out more about this and where they can sort of get up to speed on this new way of thinking in the benign anomaly world.
Sure, absolutely. We'll be publishing a blog on the Sophos News website, so you can look that up on Google. It should be live today or tomorrow. We're also working on a full research paper, which we'll be submitting to an academic conference. And look out for other blogs, and of course, anything that you might find from the Black Hat resources. The talk will be available on YouTube and things like that. So,
Wonderful.
yeah.
Ben, thank you so much for stopping by to
Thank you
share
so
this with
much.
us today. It's very fascinating, and I can't wait to see this sort of blossom into even bigger things. So thank you.
Yeah, sure. Thank you for your time. Appreciate
All
the
right.
interview.
Thank you. Thank you so much for joining us for this conversation at the Dark Reading News Desk here at Black Hat USA 2025. Thanks.